The end is nigh, by the way, in case you didn't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. This would be one of the shops we could potentially purchase some things from. Is there anything that we still want here? Blackstorm, which is a heavy weapon, but other than that, I mean, Terminus armor is kind of cool. Storm speed, the sprint speed, basically. Shields increase all weapon reserve ammo by 10%. I mean, I don't really think so. As we've said many times before, armor is one of those things that we're going to try to be cautious about getting too aggressive on buying. And that looks like that's all you have here. And I mean, it could be, and salvage should be over here somewhere, right? It could be that we are basically done buying everything of note on these locations. Yeah, Ken salvage is empty. So that suggests that maybe, you know, we can start looking at buying some of that armor stuff soon. If there is something that stands out as something that we like. But anyways, that's, of course, just a minor thing. Is this where we did... What was it,
What do you want?
Hmm? I don't remember what the deal is here. We've been here before?
What's behind this door?
VIP section of the club. For those with the right name. Do you want something?
I
Just
don't want anything at all.
Nah.
Check out after
Norris.
main floor. You'll like it.
Okay. I don't think we've talked to that guy before, but I don't think we're ready to talk to that guy because he's asking for a password that I don't believe we have. So, with that in mind, let us get back to Arya. Is the best way to do that from here. Basically head in the direction we are currently going. Up here? Well, we can't go in that way? We'll go in through the main door, I suppose. Okay, so let's head over there.
Come on, let me in.
Anyone in this area to chat with? I have seen that happen before, but not this time, I don't think. So, let's see. We're looking to get to Arya for several reasons. To initiate the loyalty mission, and also so that we can turn in that other quest. Here she is.
What do you need?
We've got a data pad that you might take some interest in.
This data pad was on one of the mercs that was after Archangel. They were coming for you next.
Let me see. Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
I'll look into it.
You've done a lot for me, Shepard. Let me return the favor. We're sending your coordinates to a cache on an uncharted world. You want it? It's yours.
Sounds like this is not exactly the most, well, probably involves some kind of contraband or illicit goods or goods that were stolen. I mean, yeah. Surely this is not just a simple straightforward, here, take some money, take some resources.
I'm not looking for payment from you.
Look at you. So proud. Whatever you find is yours to deal with.
Also, I think it may not matter what your answer to that question is. I think it may just give morality points, and either way, we can still go to the place that she's directing us toward. Other than that, we asked her about this before. I feel like we haven't seen this before, or at least I don't remember it.
We friendly enough to talk about who you were before, Omega?
You're reaching back centuries, Shepard. Long before anything that should matter to you.
So I keep it secret.
Okay.
No reason, from your perspective. But there are plenty of people out there with long memories. I've had a few careers, a few names. Commando training, mercenary leanings. I've kept what was valuable and dropped the baggage.
Oh, okay. I mean, you afraid to talk more?
I thought you were in charge. Why so scared of your past?
I have nothing to fear on Omega. That doesn't mean I want to broadcast my past to the galaxy. You'd be surprised how long some entities can hold a grudge. This little exercise with Patriarch? A footnote. Not even the first Krogan I've pissed off.
Old enemies means old friends. That's an interesting way to put it.
You're important, but also isolated. No other allies out there to back you up?
I lean toward a particular type of work. It tends to encourage professional rivalry. Sometimes you'd rather disappear than be forced to kill someone.
Oh, sounds like that may have just gotten personal. Okay, I mean, you must have had resources. Get the job done, though, if you... Well, I mean, I guess in this case you're saying you don't want to kill someone.
You couldn't have started here with nothing. You must have been someone important.
I've always been important, even if others didn't recognize it. So yes, I had money to start this operation. I also had creditors who thought they were more entitled to it. I let them chase a ghost, or several. It's relatively easy to outlive a Solarian, but not their record keeping.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, some more details about Arya.
Alright, I'll drop it.
Quite a bit of details at that.
Better luck next time.
Oh, I mean, we got a lot about you there. I don't know if we've asked specifically about her and the Patriot. I mean, we could try keep on pushing further. I don't know, maybe we can get something.
One scan and we're straight to business? People are usually more concerned about who I am.
We've definitely heard
Your
this
death
before,
was
though.
downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
And yeah, sure. Let's try this because this would at least be somewhat new if we haven't tried it before.
Sounds like you and Patriarch have a history.
Our history is Omega's history. Long, bloody, and always ending in my favor. The
Okay.
details are complicated. When I arrived, Omega was lawless, a land of opportunity. I built alliances and destroyed the fools who wouldn't get in line, which was most of them. But Patriarch was something different.
Who was the Krogan that we
A
kind of sort of
powerful friend.
helped before, if you may remember, for a side quest? Guy who had some people who were trying to hunt him down and, you know, was kind of talking a lot of talk and attracting too much attention. And so we had to sort of tell him, like, hey, dude, don't do that, lie low. And I think we killed the people who were going to attack him. So, I mean, you guys weren't enemies? You and the Patriarch?
I'm surprised you were ever anything but rivals.
We were allies for 100 years. I suppose he decided that was long enough. It wasn't a surprise when he turned. He controlled the muscle, my people contributed more subtle action. Espionage, politics, assassination. Fortunately for me, his men had become accustomed to certain benefits of working with Asari.
I mean, we can ask, what do you mean? But I think I know what she means.
Superior intel? Assassination?
No.
That's cute. No, I took advantage of certain skills my people try to downplay.
Yeah.
Patriarch's men abandoned him in droves. In the end, we fought face to face on this very spot.
Oh.
The toughest fight of my life. But of course I won.
Alright, I think that is new. I'm pretty sure we've not yet heard that from her. So, I mean, why did you call him the Patriarch?
Patriarch doesn't sound like something an Asari would come up with.
I found it humorous. He wanted power, and we pretended he had it with a word that doesn't exist for my people. I eventually found a certain respect for the title and the man.
Alright. That's a little harsh. Why keep him alive for so long? But, you know, I think we've heard enough on that.
Interesting, but let's move on.
Do you need something else?
We do, actually. I think that's the last of our random chit-chats with you, although very telling. So I did not expect for her to give us that that much detail about her past, but and her past relationship or business with the Patriarch. But Samara's daughter, that's the primary reason why we're here, of course.
An Asari fugitive is hiding out here. She's an Ardat Yakshi. We need to find her.
I knew it. Nothing leaves a body quite so empty as an Ardat Yakshi does.
You haven't done anything about it?
Why would I? She hasn't tried to seduce me. Her last victim was a young girl. Pretty thin. Lived in the tenements near here. That's where I'd start looking.
Okay. That's all related to the stuff we were just doing, so I suppose that's it.
Thanks for the help.
Good luck finding her. Better luck catching her.
Okay. We got the 40 experience, which comes from the side quests. Then we get the journal update for actually doing Morinth's loyalty mission. Go to the Paragon points. Let's see. So that means we've now talked to Arya. We need to find the apartments of Morinth's latest victim. So, curiosity. I was trying to see if it was going to direct us toward a specific location to do the main quest, but when we're on a hub world like this, then it does not appear to be the case. This is where we tried to go, or did go previously, in order to recruit Garrus, but that area is no longer available once you have done that, notably. Okay, so we need to find the place where that victim was last seen. And my guess is that is not the bar. Hey, dude.
Come on, let me in.
Think that's gonna be more in this direction.
To check their systems for a potentially deadly virus that can disable targeting safeties and friend or foe identification.
Let's see. Anything over here? This is where we did Morden's recruitment mission. We have this door over here. Was this open before? This looks new. Hello, Samara. This looks like it probably has something to do with your mission in that case. Why don't we save before we go any further?
Are you here about my daughter? My nephew died a week ago and no one seems to care. The medics said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
I believe you.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Arya's people?
Not... Yes. No. Not exactly. No. I'm on your side.
I'm here to help. Does it matter who sent me?
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead. If you can do something about it, I'll help you however I can.
Alright, let's see. So, tell us about Neff, I suppose.
What kind of a girl was your daughter?
My nephew had a fire inside her. She was shy, but she was creative and driven and the best girl a mother could hope for.
She was creative. How so?
She was a sculptor. Several galleries were interested in her. Said her work was fresh.
Okay, so we can gather some information not only about the victims, but about maybe reading into that a little bit more, the kinds of victims that Morinth likes to try to have, if you will. So, try to remember some of this stuff, in that case. Neff's friends?
Did your daughter have a lot of friends?
Kind of weird question to ask.
No. She was shy. Spent most of her time off making her sculptures, not hanging out with friends. Something did change in the last few weeks, though. She started talking about an Asari. Morinth.
I see.
Yep.
Didn't like her. She kept dragging Neff out to clubs, and I'm pretty sure she gave my daughter drugs.
Okay, tell us about this Asari then.
What kind of a person was this Morinth?
I never met her. But Neff talked about her like she was a queen. You'd swear there was no one else alive when she talked about Morinth.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, based on what Samara was telling us, it sounds like that is kind of a recurring theme when Morinth goes on one of her killing escapades. So, other than that, I mean, I guess we can ask about drugging victims. It sounds like that's something that Morinth is doing as well.
Samara, does Morinth control her victims with drugs?
She controls them through sheer will. The drugs are just a lifestyle. She loves the club, loves the base. She's a hedonist.
So this Morinth did hurt my daughter? Is she the one that...
I will bring justice to the one that did this.
We swear to you. Neff will rest easy soon.
I hope so. I hope so. My baby.
Phew. Alright, we do have one more thing we can ask her about, though. The hangouts?
Did Neff hang out anywhere in particular?
She was always quiet working here at home. Then, a few weeks ago, she started going out all the time to the VIP area of that club down the street.
Ah,
I think you need
okay.
a password or something to get in there. The change was so sudden. She just seemed tired and distracted when she wasn't around Morinth.
Okay. Yeah, so that is definitely useful information to have. But can we look around?
Do you mind if I examine Neff's room?
I didn't want to disturb anything. Her clothes, her art, her sculptures, everything is the way she left it. The way it will always be. My baby is gone. Thank you. I'm sorry, I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her.
Thank you. Please, if it helps you find her killer, look through her things.
We will be respectful.
I'll examine her things.
Okay, so that's some good information to at least get us started here, because we know that this Neff person, who appears to have been the most recent victim, was in some kind of relationship with Morinth, and so we can, through that, learn more about Morinth. It sounds like Morinth has been hanging out at the VIP section of the bar quite frequently. That might be a way to find her. So we'll need to find the password to enter that area. Other than that, is there anything Samara specifically will say?
Anything could be informative.
Okay. Okay. Looks like that's all in here, so let's head on in. We've got, very personal stuff. Diary, we've got a statue, we've got the notes. I think all things we'd like to check out, because again, we want to try to learn as much as we can about Neff, to learn as much as we can, generally speaking, about what kind of behavior Morinth has as, well, a killer.
Neff made that. A man from some gallery offered me 4 years' salary for it. But I'd never part with it.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Neff, I'm sending you this hologram by the Elcor artist Forta. His work is sublime, but don't stare at it too long or you may go mad. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, love. I can't wait to hear what you think of Forta.
Forta. The artist Forta. Okay. That could be something that we could perhaps try to use that as an in, if you will. As for the diary. Ooh, okay. We have, suppose start with the oldest and then work our way up.
Read the oldest entry.
Hey, diary. Cycle 34, orbit 671. There's a lot to talk about. I dropped Jarut's name, and they let me into the VIP room at Afterlife.
There you go.
I'm sure everyone was staring at me. Then the most beautiful Asari starts dancing near me. She moves like water, form and volume, but shifting, changing. I'm in a trance. Then I'm dancing with her. Later, we went for skewers, and I'm supposed to see her again tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'm afraid we probably know who that Asari was and where that went. So, let's keep on seeing what we can learn from the other entries, though.
Read the middle entry.
Cycle 36, orbit 671. Am I a freak? Morinth is a girl like me, and she's definitely not human. Just when we dance and the hallux is flowing through me, the way she looks at me with a hunger, a longing, no one's ever looked at me like that. We kissed tonight.
Yeah, see, but, like, it's kind of not the same. and not the same. Also, Halex, the thing that she mentioned there, I believe, is a drug. So as we were hearing before, Morinth may have been giving her the Halex, or who knows if Neff was just taking it of her own accord. But that is at least potentially some kind of factor. Let's see, so then the newest entry, final entry.
Read the newest entry.
Cycle 42, orbit 67. She's going to take me to her apartment tonight. Whatever happens, I want to be with her forever. She can sell my pieces. We can live somewhere glamorous, like the women in Vanya that Vid Morinth likes. How did this happen?
Vanya,
I'm
okay.
just dumb trash from Omega.
Vanya is a vid that Morinth likes. So we're trying to learn as much as we can about Morinth. That's the thing. So we've learned about Vanya is this place in a vid. Forza was the artist that she apparently took interest in. There's the drug, Halex, or Halix, however you say it. And then, okay, we've got some information. We also had the name of some dude was the password, and I'm forgetting what exactly it was, but hopefully you will get it as an option on the dialogue wheel, and then it will be obvious what that name was.
The Hollow Journal.
This is Morinth's work. She's attracted to artists and creators.
Okay.
Someone with a spark, slightly isolated from their peers. She impresses with sophistication and sex appeal. Then she strikes. The hunt interests her as much as the conquest.
Hunt interests her as much as the conquest. Okay. I mean, it sounds pretty dangerous. The most dangerous game, if you will.
Anyone who's successfully hunted sapient beings for 400 years warrants caution.
Morinth speaks to you on many levels. Her body tells yours that she'll bring unimaginable ecstasy. Her scent evokes emotions long hidden. Her eyes promise you things you were always scared to ask of another. Her voice whispers to you after she is done speaking.
Yeah. That sounds pretty darn devious.
She sounds more like a highly evolved killer than a genetic defective.
The condition has been present since my people huddled around fires at night. Perhaps it is symbiotic rather than a defect. Storming her den would be a mistake. She will have 100 escape routes planned. She will go to ground and disappear for 50 years or more. This is the closest I've ever been.
Alright, so it sounds like, in that case, we need to find some sneakier way to get her, to lay a trap.
So we have to lure her out.
Exactly. Shepard, you read my mind. Afterlife's VIP section seems her preferred hunting ground. You must go there alone and unarmed.
Okay. So, we're the bait?
She'll come after me.
You can draw Morinth out. She'll certainly flee if she catches sight of me, but she won't be able to resist you. You are an artist on the battlefield. You have the vital spark that attracts her. Your power will draw her in.
So, art, power, violence, and battle, vids, drugs, the names of the people we were talking about before. Okay. Sure. What could possibly go wrong? Our brain could get literally fried in our skull, but other than that, we'll be fine.
Time's wasting. Let's get over there.
Meet me in the foyer of the VIP section, and we will work out the details. Soon there will be justice.
Okay, so that gives us more information to work with here. As Samara was just saying, we'll need to find the back alley entrance to the VIP section of the Afterlife and drop the name Gerut to enter. Thankfully, they have provided me with the name that I forgot. That is the place where you might have guessed we had poked our head in briefly before, and it was like, what's the password? Oh, I don't know. Leave us alone. So, before we do that, and we'll head over in that direction, but one thing that is important to note about Samara's loyalty mission is, unlike many other loyalty missions, there are some that fall under a different category, or at least the outcomes can be a little bit different. Because this one, let's just say it is possible. Oh, also, we went in the wrong way. Yeah, we actually did want to be in that area. But let's just say this one can go horribly, horribly wrong if you do not pay attention and do it properly. So it is important, all those things we were talking about before, to pay attention, make sure that you do this the right way. Otherwise, well, it's you're not gonna like the result. So for that reason, definitely save frequently, I suppose, is one solution, and just generally pay close attention to that stuff we were just talking about before. And this is other ways into Afterlife, but not the correct ways into Afterlife. Omega think that Archangel is dead? This is the spot we're looking for, so let's save here.
What do you want?
What's back there?
What's behind this?
We might have asked before, but
VIP section of the club.
this is the spot.
For those with the right name. Do you want something?
Yeah. Garut sent us.
Someone told me the rest of Afterlife is nothing compared to this place.
Sounds like a smart person. Who wasn't?
Jarut.
Go on in. Word to the wise. Start a fight, we'll hurt you. Someone attacks you, it's okay to defend yourself.
Okay. Good to know. Samara, be discreet.
You must go in alone. Morinth will be watching. Like any predator, she is cautious. You must pique her interest enough that she will approach you. When you are face to face, subtly encourage her to invite you to her apartment. I'll follow discreetly, and when you are alone, I'll spring the trap. Know this, until I get there, you are in great peril. She will be planning to inflict horrors on you. If you are not careful, you will want her to.
So, yeah, I mean, it is quite literally that we are prey. We are bait, we are prey for a serial killer. So that our friend can hopefully intervene and protect us and save us so that we can proceed to instead murder the murderer. I don't possibly see how this could go wrong. So, let's see, what else can we learn about here? So we need to draw Morinth out. She's going to be apparently watching us, paying some attention, but we need to get her to notice us and want to actually approach us. So how do we do that?
How can I spark her interest when I'm not even talking to her?
Courage or suicidal bravery could attract her.
Okay,
Hurt
courage,
someone
suicidal
with
bravery.
defense And she will be excited. But pick a fight and she'll be bored. Show skill at working smoothly through a nightclub crowd. She will be intrigued. She'll
Okay.
want you the moment she sees you. The rest is just a matter of overpowering her caution.
Okay. So, being violent, but not just being antagonistic, we're defending ourselves. Defending ourselves, okay? So, gotta be a little bit mindful of that. So, let's see. Then, once we get her attention, we're trying to actually get to her apartment.
How do I convince her to take me home?
She admires strength, directness, and vigor. Modesty, chivalry, or meekness frustrate and bore her.
Okay.
Violence excites her. You've killed Shepard. She'll like that.
Okay, sure. Emphasize the fact that we are someone who is, we're I mean, murder is a strong word, but we've killed people before. We're in the military. This happens. Then once we're alone with Morinth, that's where things get really dangerous, I would think.
Getting her alone, then falling under her sway? That'll require careful timing.
I will be near, and I will come for you, Shepard. Trust me as I trust and honor you.
Alright, sure, we are kind of quite literally putting our life in your hands, but, yeah. Then, okay, other thing to bear in mind, our findings that we uncovered as we were investigating Neff's apartment or home.
Okay, what other things have we learned about Morinth that can help us here?
According to Neff's journal, Morinth likes dancing while on a drug called Halax. Neff's journal mentioned a vid called Vayenya. It seemed to have something to do with glamorous women.
Okay.
Morinth sent Neff a note saying she likes the Elcor artist Forta. Well, Shepard, that's everything we know.
Okay, so, as I was saying when we were uncovering that stuff, those bits and pieces of information are all important because we want to make sure that we attract Morinth's attention. And as I was saying before, and I was trying to not be too specific to avoid spoilers that much, but I think this is important enough to at least say a little more explicitly. When I said this mission can go horribly wrong, you can fail this mission outright. The game can go on without you succeeding in achieving the goal that you and Samara are setting out to achieve. So, it is important that if you want to do this the right way, that you are prepared for those things. And you remember the significance of the things that Morinth likes and does not like, the specific things, perhaps, that she brought up with Neff that could be particularly useful. All that stuff could be worthwhile. So, that sounds like everything here.
Let's get started.
Shepard, we only get one chance at this. Any mistake and Morinth will disappear. If you're the least bit unsure, come talk to me. I will wait here.
Exactly.
And Shepard, thank you. I do not share this burden easily, and you are the only soul I can imagine sharing it with.
Alright, so, splitting up, we are going to attract Morinth. While Samara waits out of sight, because if Morinth were to see her, she would immediately know something is terribly wrong, she should run. We'll attract Morinth's attention and gain her interest. Like I was saying, absolutely safe. Because if things do go horribly wrong and we mess up, we will reload that save. We are not going to move on with a messed up result from this mission. So I'm going to try to do this one properly, but there are definitely ways to make those mistakes. So let's see. We need to find a way to get Morinth's attention. So
Come on, baby. I can pay. I'm a good tipper too.
I told you to stay away from me.
we can punch this dude, but remember, Morinth doesn't like it when we initiate fights. We're just defending. So, not sure that's necessarily what we're looking for. What I'd probably like to do is, so there are several ways in which we can potentially get her attention here. And there are actually only a finite number of ways to do that, and if you miss out on some of them, then if you miss out on enough of them, then it actually becomes impossible. So that's why it is important that we make a point of doing it as well. So, let's see. I would like to find some specific people to interact with. Let's see. Of those people, of those various opportunities we can get, hold on, I just saw one of the people that I wanted to talk to, and then they went away. You're on the list. Care to explain?
Good cred hunting tonight. We'll hit him in the alley. As long as it isn't one of our ES people, we're good. We gotta get enough creds to keep ink off our backs. Hey, what are you looking at?
Not much. Don't mind us, so bear in mind. For this encounter, for this mission as a whole, you know, we're kind of putting on a bit of a show, right? For Morinth, and therefore, we're not necessarily going to be acting like the way Shepard might normally act, because we need to be, a little more confrontational, direct, violent, as long as we aren't the one initiating the violence. So, things like, say, doing some renegade options here with Intimidate, that might be in the cards.
A pair of sad losers who think there's something, and are about to find out they're not.
Who's gonna show us that? You? Human thinks he's a tough guy.
Tougher than you.
They hit us first. That was in defense. And we got some renegade points for it, not so surprisingly. But, okay, so hopefully Morinth was a fan of that. I'm actually not sure if you can see Morinth anywhere, if you're just hanging out here, if you can, like, see, ooh, someone's spying on us right now. Not entirely sure about that. But anyways, so that's one encounter that hopefully will help get Morinth's attention. Then we have, ooh, We can insult this dude. We can talk to the bartender. Let's do this. We can treat all the customers. I mean, sure. Let's go for it, I suppose.
These are good people, but they look bored. Bored people don't spend money.
And you got an idea for how I could fix that?
A round of drinks shows that you appreciate their business. Your rep will improve, and you'll make more money in the end.
Maybe worth a try once. You better be right. Listen up, everyone! We love having you here, so a round of drinks on the house!
You know, Morinth is into the whole party scene, right?
Morinth. I've been watching you. You're the most interesting person in this place. I've got a booth over here in the shadows. Why don't you come sit with me?
Well, that worked.
I come here and there's no one interesting to talk to. Some nights, there's just one person. Tonight, it's you. Why is that?
So here she is, the Predator in question. So, let's see. Why do you like us? Well, I mean, we're just a confident dude.
I know what I like.
Do you?
Ooh, well, so let's see, we can say, do not say Justicars. Do not say Justicars. That is a guaranteed way to fail, or at least certainly will not help. So, as I was saying, one of the things that you need to do is you need to successfully get her attention initially, and it is possible to fail, because there are ways to do those things wrong. As we were saying, she doesn't like it when you pick fights, only when you defend yourself. She doesn't like it if you seem meek, things like that. So, you know, she also doesn't seem like a family person. As we heard, she's more of a, picking on people who are more isolated and shy. So, we have heard she is a fan of both music and art, so we might want to go that route there, or maybe even travel. Have we heard anything about her travel stuff? Let's go travel.
I've traveled all over the galaxy.
It changes you, doesn't it?
Yeah. We like the danger of it all. You know? That's
Real travel means going to dangerous places.
That's the
Where you
that's
can
the
see
fun
and
part.
do things most people can't imagine.
Exactly.
When I travel, I find myself drawn to dark, dangerous places.
Violent places?
Violence is the surest expression of power.
Power is its own reward.
Violence is a means to an end. Power is that end.
But violence is such a charming way to reach that end.
Okay. Then, let's see. For art, we know about... I mean, that went pretty well, I think. She seemed to be buying it. Then, in terms of art, remember we knew about... What was it? Is that the Forta, the Elcor artist we were hearing? That she was saying there's like a statue, or is that the statue in Neff's place that she made herself? I think it was a statue that she gave to Neff from Forta, so she's a fan of that dude, so if we can name drop him, then... Ooh, oh man, she's gonna be interested in us.
Do you know anything about art?
It speaks to the darkest places in me. What about you?
Yeah, she definitely does seem to be very much pushing in that whole, like, dark, moody direction. But yeah, I'm a fan of the Elcor artist Forta.
Do you know the artist Forta?
I didn't think anyone around here knew him. He's sublime. Art comes in many varieties. I've seen vids that were more powerful than a sculpture sitting in a gallery.
What about Baenya? You seen those vids?
Do you know Baenya?
My favorite. The two actresses on it are so glamorous.
I'll have to watch it.
Maybe we could do that together.
Maybe. Making progress. I think she's buying it. Then music. Do we know anything about music
What do you
stuff?
think of the music here?
Dark rhythms, violent pulses. It stirs something primitive in me. What about you?
Ooh. I think generally when we've had specific information to help us out, it's been down here. I do think we missed something that would have given us a specific option here. Not sure. We missed it in... I guess we probably missed it either in the apartment, or we might have gotten it from talking to some people, and we obviously just didn't talk to those people. Apparently, we missed that, so little nervous about this, because this is not going to go as well as what we did last time. I think I Love It All is too generic. I don't like music. I don't think it's a good idea, because we know that she is a fan of the party, raucous lifestyle, so I feel like this is more the direction she'd go in.
You wouldn't have heard of anything I like.
You think my taste in music is shallow?
Why do you care? I don't know, do we want to... This sounds a little aggressive, but, yeah. Okay, we'll try it.
Is my opinion that important to you?
It must be. I'm talking to you. You can lose yourself in the music here. There are ways to enhance that, you know?
You talking about the Drugas? Kids, don't do drugs.
What do you think of Hallex?
Do you want to get out of here? My apartment is nearby and I want you alone.
All right, now we're talking.